Navigating the world as a woman is hard enough. It can be especially tough when you're a woman who is 6'4". That's Bree's reality. She's the founder of the Tall Society, a community that's uniting tall girls and women all over the world. She joins me today to share some of the challenges she's faced being taller than average and how she's turned those challenges into a body positive movement. Bree, thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Tracy. I'm excited to be here.
Me too. I'm excited you're here. Now, you were born and raised in the Netherlands, and now you live in the U.S. Is there a difference in how your height is perceived in each country?
I would say there's absolutely a slight difference. Dutch people and people in the Netherlands are some of the tallest in the world. So back home, some of my girlfriends are 5'11", 6 foot, even 6'1" or 6'2". And that is not necessarily an unusual occurrence. People are taller in general, whereas those heights here in the United States are most definitely already considered very tall. I would say back home, I still tower over my friends, both male and female mostly. But I would say that kind of the unsolicited attention that you get is definitely a lot less back in the Netherlands than it is here in the U.S.
Okay, can you tell us a little more about the struggles that you've had to face as a curvy black woman who is 6'4", and have these struggles taught you anything?
Well, what I realized pretty early on is that there is nowhere to hide, right? Having that realization and recognizing that there's this sort of unspoken expectation from people when you are this height, right? They see me and they think, oh, she must play basketball, or she must have played basketball or volleyball in the past, or maybe she's a model. And it's so fascinating to me how there is not room for much else. I've encountered people that are intimidated by me. I'm no longer single, but when I was in the dating scene, I've dated men that articulated that they were really comfortable with my height, but then asked me to wear flats on a date. And of course, fashion, clothing in general, and finding the appropriate and fashionable clothing has been a struggle throughout. I am a US size 14 dress size, and I'm a size 14 shoe. Those are obviously, especially the shoe size, well outside of what is considered average. And then, the added height of being 6'4".
I want to talk about the Tall Society and why you decided to create the Tall Society.
We obviously all kind of saw the uprising of this wonderful world of social media and influencers having a platform to advocate for certain niche markets. What I did not see was women that looked like me and that were a lot taller than average height. So I have expressed this to my mom on a few different occasions. Obviously, my mom has seen my whole journey and kind of witnessed both the opportunities and the struggles. I would pose it as, someone should really start something for tall women. There's an opportunity there, and I'd love to support that, whatever that is. Long story short, I ended up grabbing the torch and saying, you know what, if this is missing, I'm going to create it for us.
What has it been like to make all these connections with other tall women, like right around the world?
For me, it's been life-changing. I am 6'4". My mom is average height. Most of the people in my family are average height because I grew up with my mom's side of the family, and then my height really comes from the other side. So I was always that kid where folks would wonder, whose child is that? Or where does she fit into this family? So creating spaces and bringing together women that, stand 6 foot tall, or even 6'9", 7 foot. We've even had women at that height join us at our events, has been incredible. And there's this unspoken understanding of the shared experience that we have, and that results kind of into an instant bond, I have to say. So it's made me a better person. It's enriched my life, and I gained a lot of girlfriends that I can look straight in the eye. So that's awesome.
That is awesome. I'd love to hear your advice for other tall women or girls who are struggling with their confidence.
Surround yourself by people that celebrate you. And for my younger tall sisters, those that are in high school currently. For me personally, that was definitely the hardest time. And I can promise you that it gets easier as you get older and you grow into your own. Make sure that you surround yourself with other tall sisters if you can. I would love for you to join us in a city somewhere in the US or Canada or Europe or anywhere on the globe. Your older tall sisters definitely have your back. So come find us.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Bree.
Thank you, Tracy, for having me. Thank you so much.
Love chatting with you and empowering all of your tall sisters who are watching. It's fantastic.